No, no, no. No, that's rotten.
Why are you standing on your head?
I hope that if I stand on my head, it will help me to think of a story.
Why are you pouring water over your head?
I hope that if I pour water over my head, it will help me to think of a story.
Why are you banging your head against the wall?
I hope that if I bang my head against the wall, it will help me to think of a story.
I'm feeling much better now, Toad. I don't think I need a story anymore.
Then you get out of bed and let me get into it. Because now I feel terrible.
Would you like me to tell you a story, Toad?
Oh, yes, if you know one.
Once upon a time, there were two good friends, a frog and a toad. The frog was not feeling well. He asked his friend, the toad, to tell him a story. So the toad walked up and down on the porch, but he couldn't think of a story. He stood on his head, but he couldn't think of a story. He poured water over his head, but he couldn't think of a story. He banged his head against the wall, but he still could not think of a story. Then the toad did not feel so well, and the frog was feeling better. So the toad went to bed, and the frog got up and told him a story. The end. How was that, Toad? Toad?
Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Toad and Frog went for a long walk. At last they went back home to Toad's house.
Oh, drat! Not only do my feet hurt, but I have lost one of the buttons on my jacket.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll go back to all the places where we walked. We'll soon find your button. Oh. Here's your button.
Frog, this is not my button. This button is black. My button was white.
Oh.
Excuse me, did you lose a button? I found one.
This is not my button. This button has 2 holes. My button had 4 holes.
Let me... Oh, Toad will be so pleased. Toad, here's your button.
Oh, this is not my button. This button is small. My button was big.
I heard that you were looking for a button. Here's one that I just found.
This is not my button. This button is square. My button was round.
We'll never... Oh, this has got to be it. Toad, here is your button.
Ooh, this is not my button. This button is thin. My button was thick. The whole world is covered with buttons, and not one of them is mine.
Toad?